Hello and welcome back to the Creative Chef's Kitchen. Today I am going to show you how to make some rainbow tarts. Now these tarts are absolutely fabulous because not only do they smell great and taste great, when you bite into them there's a big crunch and a big snap. So they're also very, very fun to eat. You go away, wash your fingers, wash your hands, make sure they're lovely and clean, and then I'll see you back here to do some creating. So now that we have our nice clean hands, we are going to start cooking. Today we are going to be using a lovely variety of ingredients with some beautiful colours. We're going to be using some peppers, some onions, I've got some chicken, and we are going to be using some filo pastry. So the first things we're going to do, little chefs, is to take a little bit of our olive oil and we're going to put a little bit all over our greaseproof paper, which is covering our baking tray. And that's just going to stop our tarts from sticking. There we are. And we're going to put that to one side. The next thing I'm going to do is to take my ready bought filo pastry. There we are. And we're going to put it into squares. So I have one of my children's safety knives here, which are fabulous for any little chefs who are not quite ready for a proper knife because they cut ingredients but don't cut little chefs. Okay, so look, I have got 2 little bits of filo tart there. The next thing I'm going to do is just pop that filo tart, well the filo pastry rather, onto my greaseproof paper and then put it to one side. Lovely. Now you can actually do any fillings that you like, chefs, but I have chosen to use some chicken, some onion, some peppers, so I've got a combination of red, green and yellow. I've chopped all the red already, and I've got some tomatoes. So very simply I'm going to chop my ingredients starting with the onion. Now this onion has just been cooked a little bit in some oil just to soften it up. So there's a little bit of the onion. I'm going to take some of the chicken, and look chefs, you can use your very busy fingers to tear up some of that chicken. This chicken has already been cooked, so grown-ups, this is a great recipe for any leftover chicken that you might have. Or, you know, it's so simple just to cook up a little bit of chicken if you've got a little bit available. This one is a chicken thigh piece, which I've just cooked a little bit. There we are. I think that's enough. And then we've got some of these peppers. There we are. So I've got a mixture of peppers which I am going to cut into very small pieces. Now again, if you've got some smaller chefs, it's really easy for them to tear. And actually, as much as I can, I encourage the chefs to touch the food, because I'm a strong believer that if you are getting really down and dirty with food, then you are going to enjoy it a little bit more. So chefs, we have got a little bit of onion, we've got a little bit of chicken, and we've got some peppers. Can you see the different colours of those peppers? I've got red, I've got green, and I've got some yellow. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just cut a little bit of tomato up. Tomatoes, little chefs, are so good for you. So if you are a little bit unsure about the texture, because I know sometimes it can be a bit squishy, then just keep going with it, because it will make you lovely and healthy. All right, look, isn't that great? So I've got 3 little ingredients there, 4 little bits of ingredient there. And then let's bring our filo pastry back. So I am just going to cut a little square into the filo pastry. Now I'm not going right the way through, little chefs, and what that means is that we're going to have a nice little area to put our ingredients in. At this point, if you want to put some pesto in, then you can. And if you want to put, well, pretty much any ingredients that you like. There we go. I like to make sure that mine are all mixed up and they are all in that square. That looks lovely, I think. Fabulous. Now the last thing that I want you to do is to take an egg, crack it, and again I really like to encourage the chefs to touch the ingredients. So mix it up with your finger and then go round the outer square. Can you see where we've made the line? And just pop a little bit of egg yolk around there, and then that's going to make that really nice and crispy. Okay, so that's one of the tarts. Now, as I said, you can pretty much make anything you like. You could do a little bit of feta with some spinach. Just make your own combinations, and it's a really fun activity for the children just to be able to choose their own ingredients. This now goes into the oven for around about 15 minutes on 180, and then we will see what it looks like and we will have a taste and listen to that nice cracking sound as we bite into it. Well done, chefs. While your tarts are cooking, little chefs, don't forget to go and wash your hands and also clean up your workspaces. So it's really important that we keep nice and tidy. So here is our lovely finished rainbow tart, and I just love all the beautiful colours in there, and we really like these crispy bits which are on the outside of the tart, so I hope you enjoy those, little chefs. These rainbow tarts are so versatile because you can also use the filo pastry to wrap the tarts up into like a little finger, so it's a little bit like a spring roll, and you can take them out and about on picnics. I really hope that you've enjoyed making the rainbow tarts with me today. Don't forget to look on my channel for some other lovely recipes that you can make with your families.
So I really hope you enjoyed our rainbow tarts. Now I'm going to see how loud the crunch is. This is so crunchy and so delicious. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you never miss one of our cooking videos, give us a huge thumbs up and follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Children's Creative Chefs. Oh, and by the way, follow me on Instagram at Buzzy Belly.